Hey folks, let's talk about Sebring for a few minutes. It was an enjoyable watch. It was slightly less chaotic than it has been in past years, which is something for Sebring as well. I did feel for some of the cars that were retired. I mean, for example, the Corvette, the Dragon Speed Corvette, that was a nasty shunt. But heck, I mean, the 57, the Windward car was out. I thought they were a good shoe-in for a good performance. There were some guys who had some awful luck as well, like the Manto First Form, who ended up, what was it, after the race, because Ricardo Pera did not do enough minutes, so he would have done if he had run to the end of the race. They got moved to the end of the field. They classified last, only ahead of the JDC Miller 79 that didn't start. And then likewise, I feel a little bit for the number 10, who finished third, dropped 21st because they did too much camber at the end of it. Which, I mean, that is the rules. The rules are the rules. And at the end of the day, the Wayland 31 followed the rules. The number 40 Wayne Taylor Racing followed the rules. So I wonder if it's something like the coincidence that led to the Ferrari DSQ at the end of Le Mans last year, where it was like, oh, a bolt fell out, and all of a sudden we were making 10k more on the straights than anyone else. But overall, I mean, Porsche seemed comfortable and confident a lot of that race. And yeah, in the end, it was a 7 over the 6. Though, from what I've been seeing from some of the reporting as well, at the same time, the 6, I think, is it Estra, said that he was upset with team orders not being followed. But yeah, 1.5 seconds between the top two at the end of it. And it was interesting to see the Cadillacs trying to make some inroads at the end as well. I know there were cautions here and there that meant that there were changes around, and that's why you end up with 8 cars 25 seconds apart at the end of the race, and then 9th place, which is the lead LMP2, is 5 laps down. But that is endurance racing. And to say that Acura had a good run at the end, to say that the BMW that remained, the 24, had a decent run. I know the 25 did run at the end, but they lost quite a lot of laps. They ended up behind the Aston Martin, who I think also ran into some issues. Yeah, I'm liking following IMSA. IMSA is a good one to follow. It creates some different headlines here and there, and heck, it runs on different weekends to WEC. So it means that if you're, well, usually, if you're looking for more of that kind of prototype racing than the 7 or 8 we're going to get for WEC this year, then you've got another 7 or 8 in IMSA. You know, because of the things where there are ones where it's just GT, or there are ones where there is no GTP. So if you're looking for that kind of stuff, that's where I would go. And on a note to kind of round it all out, I want to talk about the debut for the new Lamborghini Temerario. In the end, in GTD Pro, they ended up with a relatively alright finish. They were classified at the end of it all in 31st place. They were 23 laps off of the leaders. They only had the 59 in front of them on the same lap as them, and that 59 did quite well in the hands of Dean McDonald early on. So 1 lap off of the GTD Pro win at the end of 12 hours. That's a good run. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section down below, folks. As always, thanks so much for watching and joining, and until next time, bye-bye for now.